Alright, hello everyone. Today I will be making a presentation on what's the difference between bacteria and virus. And to start out, I would love to have a little background. Unfortunately, I do have about 43 slides, so let's just get right into it. Start out, what is a bacteria and what is a virus? A bacteria is, here's some microscopic pictures I would love to show of what a bacteria look like. Bacteria can be either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Here's another picture of a normal tonsils and throat, and if you do have some type of like bacterial infection, it'll look abnormal. Here's are some symptoms, which is throat redness, white spots, and swollen tonsil. And this bacterial infection is called strep throat, or another name for it is streptococcus. You can see this will need medical attention ASAP. All right, about bacteria. What is bacteria? Bacteria is known as a unicellular cell and is a prokaryotic cell. Just like eukaryotes, there's ribosomes, cell membrane, and maybe cell wall for eukaryotes, but for prokaryotes, nucleo for sure, capsules, flagellums, and cell wall. All right, let's get on to it. Bacteria have bacterial DNA and plasmid for sure. And right here is a circular chromosome, which replicate bidirectionally, as you can see from its origin, right there. Moving on, bacteria can be classified into 5 different groups. Just depend on their shape. Like, for example, if it's a rod shape, then it's a bacilli right here. And just depend on the shape, honestly. It just could lead all the way to here. The list goes on. Let's skip through. Bacteria can be either singular cell, pair, cluster, or chain, just depend on how the bacteria feel like they want to move together or what. All right, and here's right here is the cell, how the bacteria reproduce and make more bacteria. First, they target the cell nucleus, then formation happens. Binary fission happens where they will make more of its own. Next thing you know, it's just expand into these huge, 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 very huge multiples of bacteria. My bad, I just blinked out for a bit. All right, moving on. Bacteria can be good and bad. It just doesn't have to be bad all the time. It can be good or bad, just depend on the situation. For example, the E. coli. Why did I say E. coli can be good or bad? E. coli can be good just because it can be found in the digestive system. And the digestive system, it helps you digest the food, which is a very good thing. But it can also be bad if you found it in raw meat. And if you somehow happen to eat raw meat, the outcome would be you will get the terrible, horrible day of your life, which we all know is called getting food poisoning. All right, moving on. Fun facts. I gave you guys already a lot of background information, so I will jump into fun facts. For bacteria, they can be found anywhere in the ecosystem. You can find them in soil, your skin, or the raw meat that you ate yesterday. It's supposed to be a picture of the largest bacteria been found, which called the Theomargarita, and I can't say the other name just because it's too hard, so I'm just gonna keep on going. This Theomargarita is about 1 millimeter long in diameter, and it's crazy. I would love to show a picture, but it doesn't show up. Let's keep going. Right here is yogurt. You guys know why I put yogurt? It's because yogurt are found are okay, my bad. The only reason why I use yogurt is that bacteria are used to make yogurt and we're eating yogurt. That's the crazy thing about it. And what is a virus? Let's get jump into virus. Virus is right here. It's too beautiful looking. All right, here's the normal throat, and right here is the viral infection that happened behind back here. This viral infection is called mononucleosis, my bad, and it's also required medical attention. About a virus. Here's an example of a virus. Honestly, in my opinion, this virus looked literally like one of those insects, and I hate it so much. Viruses are made up of genetic material and protein. Like bacteria, they can be classified in different groups, and in this case, there's 6 different groups, just depend on the shapes. There's viral plasmid delivers to the host, viral packaged cells, and it'll create more virus. In modified viral plasmid, same thing happened, delivered to host or viral packaging cells, and then it will come out with virus with modified genomes. Here's a little picture demonstrating how the virus reproduces to make more virus. First, the virus needs to find a host, stick to it, injects its DNA, then instead of so when the host do make new cells, instead of producing its own DNA, they produce the virus DNA instead. So that's how the virus expands and all that. All right, and since earlier I told you bacteria have a good and a bad side, unfortunately, the virus only had a bad side. All right, and here's just some virus. As you guys can see, there's many different shapes, many different sizes as well. The top two we know so far is HIV and herpes, maybe rabies. Not that common anymore. And Ebola, we know the cure, so it's not that common no more. All right, an example of HIV right here. How does HIV happen? From exposure to infection, sexual transmission of HIV. So when there's an exposure, HIV crosses this layer right here into the mucous membrane, and then HIV infects the membrane, the immune cells, and starts to replicate. Which HIV enters the blood, then spread to the part of the body. What it's doing is that it'll just weaken your immune system and make it harder for your white blood cells to fight back. And then you'll get sick, and if any other bacteria or virus go into your body, oof, it'll be a long day. All right, fun facts. Since I told you a little background of what that virus does, here's some fun facts number 2 about virus. All right, so in seawaters, one seawater is equal to 100 billion viruses. That's how much viruses are in our water. And right here, all viruses combined would stretch about 200 million light years. And that's just crazy how big these numbers are. They're millions. And in HIV, I learned that there is about 10 genes. And in the smallest virus, scientists found, there's only 2 genes. That's pretty cool. All right, and since we went all over with the background of the bacteria and viruses, let's go to what's the similarities and difference between them. Alrighty, the similarity is that you will get sick, they do have the same symptoms, and they can cause disease. All right, another similarity is that they are called pathogens, and as you can see, they're able to reproduce and expand and make more of themselves. And the differences between bacteria and virus is that bacteria are known to be bigger. Bacteria is about 1,000 nanometers, while viruses are known to be like about 120 to like 200, 400. And right here, if antibiotics are used, bacteria are known to be treatable, but if we use antibiotics on virus, there will be no effects, absolutely no effects at all. All right, and for bacteria are known to be alive just because they do not depend on another host to be able to reproduce. And as virus, y'all know, need a host, and It's not alive. All right, and the differences is that fission is a form of asexual reproduction. That's what bacteria have. And for virus-wise, invade, my bad, not invite. They invade a host cell and replicates their own DNA, RNA to the host cell. And as I mentioned earlier, bacteria are known to be independent. They have their own body. They well not body, but like they have their own cell where they're able to be independent, live on their own to be able to reproduce, as you can see, while virus need a host to actually pass on their DNA. The difference between bacteria and virus as well is bacteria are known to be localized, where they only affect one area, like right here, and viruses, on the other hand, are known to be more of systematic, where they can just be affected anywhere. All right, and lastly, the difference between, sorry, this was just in the way, I do not know how to like remove this thing right here, this gray thing. But back to the subject, bacteria and viruses. Bacteria, if you use vaccine, is not that effective as compared to virus. Virus, if vaccine are used, able to be treatable. All right, that's pretty much some of my presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.